Hello and welcome to the Lost Planeswalker, and today I wanted to break down role tokens, what they are, color and ability breakdowns, and how you can use them in your next game. Role, as in like a play or theater, is the newest mechanic in the Wilds of Eldraine set that is an aura enchantment. Aura enchantments date back to antiquities and allow you to add an enchantment to a creature or permanent you control. These enchantments can give your creatures some kind of buff and allow them to become very powerful. If you're interested in seeing more aura enchantments and how they interact with Commander, you can check out my Ariete of the Charmed Apple, which is a new commander for this set, or my Lightpaws Emperor's Voice, which is also one of the strongest aura enchantment commanders I have ever seen. These are super cool decks that take advantage of aura enchantments. Now in the Wild of Eldraine, there are 35 main set cards that care about role tokens and 3 commander cards. Between all 38 cards, there are a total of 7 different roles. Starting off, we have a monster role token that says enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has trample. Royal that says enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has ward 1. Wicked, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1. When this aura is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life. Sorcerer, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has, whenever this creature attacks, scry 1. Young hero, enchant creature. Enchanted creature has, whenever this creature attacks, if its toughness is 3 or less, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Cursed, enchant creature. Enchanted creature has base power and toughness 1/1. And the 7th that can only be found in the commander decks is Virtuous, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control. The strongest from these 7 roles definitely can depend on the type of deck you're building. Virtuous is definitely the strongest from the bunch, especially in an enchantment-centric deck where you can create a really big creature really fast. All the other roles provide some good additional benefit along with a slight buff, other than the cursed role token that is supposed to be placed on your opponent's stuff to make them a 1/1. Before we break down how aura enchantments are different from these role tokens, I just want to say if you aren't subscribed to my channel, please do so. If you're enjoying videos like this, maybe check out my other commander deck techs, set reviews, and so much more. If you would and maybe subscribe, that would really mean the world to me. Now looking at the differences between aura enchantments and these role aura enchantments is that since other cards are creating these role tokens, we have a lot more limited selection on what we can actually place our aura enchantments on. Normal aura enchantments, for the most part, can be placed on any creature, whether it's yours or an opponent's. But on a lot of cards from this Wilds of Eldraine set, we see that these role tokens specifically say on your creatures or your opponent's creatures, and there are some that say just on a creature. But this lack of freedom kind of, decreases what we can do. Maybe we want to help one of our opponents kill, the strongest player at the table, so we put a big enchantment on his creature and, he is able to swing in. There's a lot of benefits to being able to place stuff on our opponent's creatures, and a restriction kind of makes it hard to do so. Another downside of these role tokens is that you can only put 1 role on a creature at a time. Otherwise, you have to sacrifice the role and you can replace it with the newer one. This means stacking the effects of these role tokens is not possible, and it's kind of disappointing. This is a super cool ability, and I'd love to create this master role creature that has all this stuff on it, but because of the type of token, they don't want you to do that. And I'm sure there was some sort of balancing as they were playtesting this set, seeing, you can't have, 2 or 3 roles attached to a creature because it comes too strong in a, limited environment, and I would understand that. But it's just kind of a bummer in my opinion, because I would love to just stack them all on one creature. Now, out of the 38 role tokens, 3 are mythic, 6 are rare, 11 are uncommon, and 18 are common. Notably, 2 of the mythics are from the commander deck, so we really only have 1 mythic from the main set. Looking at the color breakdown and role distribution among the different colors, we have 7 white with royal, cursed, young hero, and sorcery role tokens, 6 blue cards that make cursed and sorcery role tokens, 8 black cards that make cursed and wicked role tokens, 8 red cards with monster and young hero and wicked role tokens, 5 green with monster and royal role tokens. We have 3 Selesnya or green and white with the virtuous, royal, sorcerer, and monstrous role tokens, and 1 Golgari or black and green with a monster role token. And kind of looking at this, we honestly have a pretty even breakdown as far as, the number of cards. There isn't, one specific color that has 30 and the other one one has 2 in it. So, it's pretty even. While, you have some that have a couple more than the other, that's nothing that's too far apart. And as far as the role tokens go, we can kind of make some assumptions about, other Magic colors, like blue is going to have Sorcerer, and that sort of thing that we kind of see, but there is some overlap that is kind of fun and can lead to some interesting deck building as you're brewing with this set. Role token cards work great in Aura and Enchantment decks and can be added to any of your Aura and Enchantment decks to kind of buff them up or give them a new strategy. Maybe you're interested in trying out some new cards, seeing how these will work in that deck. Well, give it a try. They are enchantments, so they are going to help you trigger some of your effects and make your stuff bigger if it cares about the number of enchantments on the board, so that's really cool. And in addition to that, the flavor is just super fun. The Wilds of Eldraine, we first got this like real storybook mechanic sort of thing with these adventures where we see them go off an adventure, and that really came back and we got some really great stuff from there. But in addition, this new cool mechanic of like roles as in a theater, a storytelling, you have this young hero, you have this wicked witch, is kind of really expressed in this set, and I think that's a really, really fun idea. Whether you're drafting this with some friends or going to the pre-release event or whatever you're doing, this seems like it's going to be really fun, and I'm really looking forward to drafting this set. And that's it, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned a thing or two about Magic's newest mechanic, and let me know what you think. Are roles going to be good, or is this just one of those one-off set mechanics that we're never going to see again? Please leave a response in the comments down below, and if you aren't subscribed, please do so. I have recently been getting really close to another huge milestone for my channel, and it would just be awesome if you would consider subscribing if you aren't. And if you want to help me out another way, please leave a like on this video to help share it with others. And today's Scryfall card of the day is Long Rest. A job well done means a rest well earned. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you later, Planeswalkers.